Hi Brene, I'm Liz. I'm your CI. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi Brene, Mary.
Hello.
CI, nice to meet you.
Okay.
So we're just hoping to have this meeting today to go through just expectations of your clinical in general, what you want to get out of it, what we'd like to see from you. So Liz and I are just going to go through kind of day one expectations to start with, feedback styles, all of that. So she'll start.
Yeah, so we just want to touch base on where you're coming from in your schooling and what experience you have. So what rotation is this for you?
This is my first level 2.
Okay, sweet. Have you had much experience in the hospital before?
I'm a rehab aide in acute care, so a little bit.
Oh, so you've seen a little bit. You've been in. All right, sweet. So yeah, we just want to make sure that you feel prepared and that you're not getting thrown into anything that you're not ready for. So we'll keep checking in on you just to make sure you're still feeling good with that. But good to know just how you're coming in with that.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of setting up some weekly meetings. So I'm not sure about your school, but some just have weekly goal sheets that they have to do with their students anyway. So but regardless of that, checking in every week we've just found to be beneficial. Seeing if I don't want you to be too overwhelmed. Should be challenging obviously, but not overwhelming. Check in about how our learning styles, feedback, making sure that we're meshing well just for success going forward. I think setting that in the beginning is very important.
I agree.
Okay, so just to check in about some like learning styles and preference for feedback. Did you talk about that in school? Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so
Yeah, I think what I prefer for learning styles is to watch you do something and then you kind of guide me along doing it, and then kind of having more of a hands-off approach, but being there with just for support if you need to. So kind of those 3 steps. I don't like getting thrown into situations. I like to be able to see something first.
especially with this being your first longer one, I think it'd be appropriate to start things off a little bit slower. Make sure you feel comfortable, and then in terms of us, well, when we eventually want to push you and challenge you, what's a good way you'll receive that?
Yeah, I like to think of it more of like a coach and like an athlete. I grew up playing sports, so I really am receptive to more of a coaching style of feedback. So giving me the praise for what I'm doing right, but then also coming in with some recommendations on how I can be a better player, basically.
Right, so just some positive affirmations about what we're seeing doing well,
Yeah.
and then things we can work on, kind of that sandwich method of like an overall doing well.
I don't like to feel like I'm being tested or anything.
Right, this isn't a practical.
Exactly. I would like to feel support from you, but also know that you're there to coach me through everything.
And just with you having us both as CIs, it might not be realistic that every single week we can all 3 meet. That'd be ideal, obviously. But in the meantime, would you feel comfortable if Liz and I had some of those conversations about feedback, what we both saw, and then whoever's able to sit down with you that week?
Absolutely, yeah, because I think you guys will have you'll see things differently in me, so I think you guys being able to collaborate outside is perfectly okay with me.
Yeah, feel free to let us know like if we're doing something different than how you and Mary do it, and if you prefer a certain way of feedback or handling techniques, however that might be, just let us know. Yeah.
And it's also okay if it doesn't match exactly what you said today.
Yep.
As long as we're just
It'll
keeping
change,
open
maybe.
communication throughout, I think that'll set us up for success.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, and as CIs, we would expect that you would come to us with anything you'd like to see differently, things we're doing well too, and we'll prompt and ask about that too, but just making sure that it's an open line, that we can give you the best learning experience that you would like. So
And you teach us as well.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay.